Okay, we've got the Pig River Ramble coming up this weekend. I'm here with the original River Rat. Mr. Morris Stephenson has been kind enough to join me with a bit of a preview and a little bit of what to expect. It looks like the weather's going to cooperate more, so we're looking at some sunshine going into the weekend. But we had a lot of rain earlier this week, and you can see the pig here behind us, and you can see debris up along the banks where it got up quite a bit. Tell us about the water situation on the pig.
Well, it's Wednesday morning. And when I came down and checked it out yesterday, all these rocks were basically covered, so it's probably dropped about 4 feet since yesterday afternoon. And it's not moving. If you can notice, the surface water is not moving all that fast. So I'd say by Saturday it'll be normal or a little above normal if we don't get any more rain.
And we shouldn't. So the water level's a little muddy right now. You think that mud's going to clear up and the water's going to drop to about normal?
Yeah, I think the mud will be gone. It might be dingy, but I don't think it's going to be really, really that bad. I don't think that'll be a problem. But
and that's important because you were telling me we've been out together before. You need to be able to see those rocks.
Yeah, that helps. Rather than feel them and to say, ouch.
That's right. And as a expert as you are on this, having it come this way a little bit with me here.
Right.
We want to make sure we're doing this without a camera guy. I want to make sure folks realize, is normal good? Is that optimum? Or what is optimum as far as water level you think on the pig for this? What's the best level?
Well, the average flow probably would, to put it in perspective, probably would make the ledge a little more difficult to run.
Okay.
Because there's not as much, there shouldn't be as much water coming through there as if this water level stayed the same today.
Okay.
But this river comes up fast, like all small rivers. Come up fast, they go down fast.
That's right. So this one's going down fast as we speak. So you predict that the ledge could get quite interesting and maybe a bit of a challenge this year, huh?
Yeah, I think last year was sort of like just shoot on through, and about everybody made it, and there was nobody turning over, you know. Right. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to see that high Saturday because unless there's Callaway has to get the water because this river forms right up in Callaway on 5 Mile Mountain, and you can hear it running up there if you'll stop and get out and listen. And I never knew that for a long time after I started paddling. Both those rivers, Blackwater and Pig, form on opposite sides of the mountain, but they both at Callaway, so whatever Callaway gets, not what we get.
All right. There's lots of folks that are getting into this. You started this, by the way. This has become just a great event. It must just be a great feeling for you to know that you helped create this and what a big event it's become.
You know, I look back when the Ramble was first held. Well, this is the 11th, and it hadn't been held for 20 years before it started. And it was just helter-skelter. I mean, you brought your boat, you got it in the river, and it was your responsibility to get off. It was 11 o'clock at night, and back then, no cell phones, you know. So I wonder about 20 people didn't get killed, but I don't think there was but 25 boats in that first Ramble, and no kayaks. Wow. They're either canoes or flat bottoms.
Kayaks have gotten very popular now.
They'll outnumber the canoes now.
If you could give just 1 or 2 pieces of advice for newcomers coming in or just amateurs, what could you tell them just in a quick minute or two what to do on Saturday, what to watch out for, or even Friday night for the blackout?
Well, the blackout starts earlier this year. It has for the last several years, so it's not done in total darkness. A lot of them are way a little dark. Make sure you got your jacket in the boat. That's a law. And the game wardens are not going to give you a break. They say, hey, you got to. Some of them are saying you have to have them on. Mm-hmm. So if you're coming down towards takeout, I think I'd have it on down there, you know. But that might be a good piece of advice.
Okay.
But make sure you got the light for your boat. You got to need a light. But definitely have that life jacket on. I mean, it really doesn't hinder you, it doesn't hurt you, and it doesn't bother you in any way. So it's not all that deep, but why take a chance?
Why take a chance? That's exactly right. And as far as Saturday here on the Pig River, you were telling me look for like the V's in the rocks and watch the flow of the water and kind of ease up a little bit and don't wobble the boat, things of that nature.
Well, you know, if you've been with me.
I've been with you. I've learned a little bit anyway.
We'll stand on the ledge, and I'll be yelling just out of habit, get down on your knees, you know. You're not going to negotiate that ledge with your knees up under your chin. Your knees need to be spread. They need to be at the bottom of the boat because that rock at the bottom will rock you. Okay. If you're on your knees, it's not going to knock you out.
So you need to kind of brace by spreading your knees and being on your knees as you approach the ledge.
Put your tail in against the seat, and don't be sitting on the seat when you come down through there. Because you and I have stood there and I say, well, that one will make it, this one won't. That one will make it, and this one won't. And it's all based on where their knees are and where they go in. It's not all that difficult, but it's fun. It's a real challenge, really. And people say, I know how to do it. You go that side, and you come back on this side and go that way. And I say, yep, that's it. But you better be ready for the bumps and something that you're not expecting.
All right.
And these are the only answer.
Okay. And wear the bug spray as well. You always have told me that that's a very important thing, and the sunscreen as well.
Yeah, the bug spray is, they always like to get in your face. About the time you go through a little ripple, they're there waiting on you, and they get in your eyes and your face, and it's just aggravating. So get your good, healthy coating or something, off or whatever. Put off on.
Okay. All right. And, of course, the weather, I'm just going to briefly talk about the forecast. It looks nice. It may be a little bit chilly for Friday night, but clear skies. Temperatures starting out in the 60s. We'll wind up in the 50s. A little bit chilly out there by the time they take out there at Blackwater. And then we're looking at Saturday to be a sunny day. Nice sunny day. And temperatures starting out in the probably 50s and 60s, going up into the low 80s for high temperatures for summer.
What about Sunday morning breakfast? What do we think there?
Sunday morning breakfast looking good so far. I looked at one computer model that hinted at some showers later in the day Sunday, but I think Sunday morning's looking good.
Well, that's a beautiful float. I'll tell you what, Sunday and that breakfast and the smell of that bacon in the Hub restaurant down there waiting on you, you know, and there's something about it. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's really family oriented. I mean, this is truly family oriented, and it's just a great way to end the 3 days of paddling.
It's a lot of fun. And Morris, we appreciate you taking the time to give folks a little bit of seeing inside your head there on what you do. And we wish the best for you, and we'll see you this weekend.
My pleasure. And you guys come on out Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday and make a weekend out of it, because it won't happen again for another year, and we got a perfect weekend, right?
We do. It looks perfect, everyone, so get on out there. We'll see you.
Guarantee it, right?
I will put my stamp on it.
Right.
Thanks, Morris, and we'll see you. Cable 12 will be there this weekend with all 4 cameras, and we may even get some waterproof cameras to get in there and get a little bird's eye or a floater's view of what's going on anyway. I'm Jamey Singleton with Morris Stephenson. We'll see you at the Ramble.